welcome to Wildwinds, a theme park created by M&J Games. I'm sure you know that I don't usually spotlight parks on my channel, but Michael and Jasmine have been really great supporters of mine since my channel started over a year ago, and I really wanted to showcase this amazing park to thank them for it. This park is designed to be the next park in the Cedar Fair chain and is inspired by CORVUS. I've watched most of the videos on the M&J Games channel of this park being made, which if you haven't looked at, links in the description, it's really worth checking them out. But I haven't actually watched the tour of this park, just so I can have a first time reaction to all of the rides in this tour. Now let's begin. Just walking through the entrance now, I really like the big text that says home to the world's fastest giga coaster and all the realism with the entry points, turnstiles and the fences. I really like the wave swinger at the end of the main street here with that, just a little part of the coaster over the top. It looks great. Really nice building style as well in this park. There's a lot of different styles of buildings and the views of the rides are great as well. I like this little seating area here just outside. I think it's a restaurant or a cafe. It's got some great views across down onto the rapids and the RMC in the background. All the buildings are very unique as well in this park, all the different building styles, which is really nice. The attention to detail as well, like with the custom fences on this where you've got the metal wire as extra protection on the railings. As we go down to the arrow suspended coaster, I really like how it's kind of like set into a valley and it goes up to the side of the hill like Nemesis does. Get some really great views from the queue as well. I like the track colour as well, like you can still see it but it blends in very nicely. I like how you've introduced all the custom poles into the walkways here as well. Some great views of the other rides. Going into the station now, starting the ride. A really big first drop there. I've never actually been on an arrow suspended coaster, but they look very fun. Really great interaction with all the rock work as well that you've placed around. It looks so natural, this area as well. It doesn't look like if you created it. It looks great. Keeps a really good speed during this ride as well, and it's not like erratically swinging everywhere. Like it doesn't look too forceful. It's quite gentle, which is good. On to the second lift hill now. A really long ride. It's great. Just going off the second lift hill, and another really huge second drop. Great speed as well, nice bit of airtime. Oh, over the water as well, that looks really nice. Nice interaction with the station. And the pathway, as you can see it going past. I really like how it's like set down as well. It just makes the coaster look really, really big. And into the maintenance area. The nice transfer track work as well. My Michael always does really good transfer tracks. Get some really great views of all the other rides coming off of this attraction, especially the RMC just here. So that was the aerodynamic suspended coaster. I've never actually been on one of these, but they look really good. I just love the way it's so nestled in the environment up at the top of the hill here on the outside of the park. It fits in really well and it blends in with all the trees and everything. And look at the view you get from the top of the lift hill. All across the park. It's a great setting, this park. It really sits within its landscape well. And all the tall points of the coasters have like real standout points throughout all the park. So I really like how the main coaster as well goes across the entrance. And the entrance street's quite grand. You can see it there in the distance, Windrush. Fastest B&M giga coaster in the world. I love the custom supported lift hill as well, that looks great. So now we're into like I think the family area of the park. Got a little wooden coaster as well. Got a little dipper. I really like these smaller family coasters because I feel like you can be really creative with them even for if it's just such a small layout. Honestly, any M&J Games coaster, very smooth in this game. Love the little backstage area as well. Some nice twists and airtime going on. It's not too intense, but it's a really great family coaster. A little double up to finish off, and then into the break room. Yeah, I really like that little dipper coaster. It was very good, really nice family coaster. I love the layout of it, very simple, very effective. Now we're coming on to I think a Mara spinning coaster called Vortex. I really like the whole vibe of this ride. It gives me quite Smiler-esque theming. And great views from off-ride as well. It's just an absolute mess of track in the best way possible. Let's go on the ride. Great views of Windrush as well, a B&M Giga Coaster. Really nice queue interaction as well. Good block section to get multiple cars on the ride, extra throughput. And then into the brakes. Really like the layout of that ride. I really like the custom spiral staircase as well onto the block section in case you need to evac the ride. It's a nice little touch of realism. It was a really good ride. Nice intermediate family thrill level as well, which is good to have. Nice different thrill range for all the rides. Moving on to a much more thrilling coaster now, the B&M Invert, inspired by Banshee, I think. Wow, look at that inversion, it's huge. Really slow corkscrew as well, over the lifter. This looks great. Stormkeeper. Love the interaction and the views you get from the queue as well with the custom queue covers. Nice touch of realism once again. Very steep first drop, very common now on the newer style B&M inverts, which is great. Very smooth as well, as expected from M&J Games, always great coasters. Keeping up the speed as well, that loop looks very intense. Would have liked to see maybe a little bit more, not theming, but like just the things around the ride area than it just being a grassed area. Maybe a theming structure or something. And I don't know how realistic inline twists are on B&M coasters because it's not really like a heartline roll. But the hang time you get off it would be good. So I really like that coaster. Great layout. Very smooth and it kept the speed really well. So onto Windrush now, the fastest B&M Giga Coaster in the world. Excited for this one. I really like how you can see it throughout the entire park. It really dominates the skyline, but in the best way possible. And the custom supporting on the lift hill looks great. Let's give it a go. And that drop looks insane. And a very nice custom building for the flat ride cover over there as well. Really great speed with this ride. Like I said earlier, it towers above the rest of the park, which is really cool. You can see it from everywhere. Nice view of the car park as well. I love that overbank over the entrance as well. Very Fury 325 inspired, but not obviously a direct copy, which is great as well. It's got its own style, this coaster, it's really nice. The interaction with the bridge there is great as well. And all the landscaping around it with the different tiered planters is really cool. The speed of this coaster is it's insane, I love it. I think I've only been on a couple of B&M hypers and I've never been on a Giga coaster, so don't have much experience with it, but this one is very special. Very, very good. I like it. Onto a more like windy section now through all of the trees. and into the break room just here. The speed it hits the break room with as well. It's a great coaster. Definitely my favourite we've been on so far. Yeah, look at it, it just towers over the park. The custom support on the lift hill is very nice as well. It could have maybe done with some thicker supports, I think, just for the height of it, but... And the swinging chair ride now as well. Great views across the park. I really like how this park sits in the landscape as well. All the rides feel very like they've been positioned purposefully in the different areas to give like really good sight lines. Very nice. And as we just come out of this foliage here, you've got the massive, is it Premier rides? Yep. Well, no, it's Mara, isn't it? Because it's the X-Car model, yeah. Really big Mara coaster. I've only ever been on one of these, I think, as well, but it didn't have... It had the lift hill going upside down like this, but it wasn't as tall as this. It was a G-force at Drayton Manor. It's not there anymore. My first ever upside down coaster. I love how slowly it takes the lift hill as well, building anticipation. And the hang time here must be so disorientating. Really slow inversion there as well. And then it's the first drop. Nice custom support in there on the bottom of the lift hill. Bottom of the drop, sorry. Nice bank turn there, it's keeping the speed very well. Oh, a nice really slow inversion as well. Great hang time for that one. It's still keeping its speed as well. Normally with coasters you can lose the speed quite easily, but this is keeping a nice pace. And then back into the station. I really like that coaster. It was like an improvement on the standard layout where once you just have to drop it, just goes straight back into the station. It's like a longer extended layout. It's really nice. Onto the B&M wing coaster now. I love how it goes up the hill there. Creating like a really nice presence within the park as well, just like the B&M Giga coaster. And really nice station. I love all the custom beams all over the roof. And then the first drop now. Very steep first drop. Every coaster's got a great view of the whole park, hasn't it? Really nice interaction with all the lateral landscaping again. I feel like I keep saying that, but it looks very, very good. It's not a flat park as well. Like I did in Peak Park, this park is very hilly, which is good because it gives you something more to work with the rides rather than just being on flat land. It's more of a challenge when you're creating them. I've done a really good job. The only thing I would say with this coaster is it is losing a bit of its speed coming through here, but yeah, that inline twist there, you do want to do them slow. A really slow inline twist is good. I've done the Swarm at Thorpe Park, and that inline twist that goes to the station is a really interesting element. It's probably one of my favourite parts of the ride. Coming into the break run now, is it a maintenance road down the back of there as well? More realism. That's great. The SNS Scream and Swing there in the background as well, all of them. Really nice views of this ride here. I really like it going up the side of the hill there. It's a really unique part and I really like that. Last large coaster in the park now, it's the RMC coaster. So we're riding this one at night. A really steep first drop, I like that. It's twisted as well, not just straight down. Really snappy airtime here into a downwards inversion as well. Very smooth this coaster. I'm quite partial to a good RMC and this one's great. Ooh, good stall there too, really slow stall, but the hang time especially we got on that one would be great. Just noticed the train's got lights on it as well, that looks really cool. Really great inversions there. I love the custom supporting on the inversions as well with the big metal pieces, they look great. the only thing I would say with this RMC is I tend to make some of the inversions a little bit snappier, but it's just a personal style with RMCs. Some of them are more have like longer gliding inversions like this one, and some of them have more snappy ones like the smaller RMCs. But yeah, that was really good, that one. A fully custom supported lift hill as well, I've just noticed. That's really good. Yeah, great coaster. So that's the park tour finished now. Thank you so much for watching this park tour, it's really good, and I urge you very much to go and check out the M&J Games channel. It's a great channel. They've both been supporting me, Michael and Jasmine, been supporting me for pretty much since my channel started now, and I'm very thankful for that. They're both great. Love the views of this park. Very picturesque how it sits in the landscape as well. Some great thumbnail potential as well with all the different locations. It's a great park. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.